It's another Saturday night and I'm trying to crochet, so I'm going to be reading and crocheting at the same time and trying to see who's come on channel. So this should be fun. Seeing as I haven't advertised I was going to do one. Oh, hello Nathan. Welcome to the party. You're the first one here. Well, no, technically I was the first one here, but I can't party on my own, can I? So welcome. I'm trying to sort out... Oh, hi there. Hi, Kim. I'm trying to sort out the first row of a pattern. And, oh, hi, Addy. Hi, Katrina. And talk to you at the same time. So this is going to be fun. I should have just thought about that before I started, shouldn't I? You know, but you don't do these things, do you? So it's skip one stitch. Oh. Well, that sounds easy enough. Too easy, actually. I'm probably going to do it wrong, but never mind. Anyway, I shall carry on. Oh, hi, Sylvia. If I start going wrong, you might hear the air turn a bit blue. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jackie. How are you doing? If you're wondering what I'm trying to make, I'm trying to make the Call the Midwife blanket for my great grandson to be. Well, it's not 102 degrees here, sad to say. It's about maybe 60. I don't know. I haven't looked. It's been nice anyway. Oh, thank you. It's a bit long. It's a long one. I'm actually covered in all sorts of stuff. I've got toothpaste down my dress. And then when I was carrying the coffees home, Minnie's bought coffees, so I was carrying him in the car. And so I tipped half the coffee down me as well. So I'm a bit scruffy today. You can't see the toothpaste because it's at the bottom. But you might see the coffee if you look hard. Oh, dear, dear. Well, everybody's done this Call the Midwife blanket, so I thought I might as well try and see what I can get on with. I am knitting another blanket for the baby, but I can't concentrate on knitting while I'm talking to you. I can't do it. I think I've gone brain dead as far as knitting's concerned. When I did the blanket last time, I actually memorised it. And it's got 48 little squares. And each little square makes up a big square. Well, four of the squares make up a big square. Oh, you had a lazy day. It's not hot up here, Jeannie. That's what it's going to be like if you can see it. I bet you can't because I can't hold it up very well. It's going to fall apart. If you can see, it's got leaves, and all four leaves make one big square. I'm not doing it very well, am I? It'd be better when it's sewn together. So I've got 48 of these little squares to make, but 4 makes one big square, if you know what I mean, like leaves in the middle. But I'm just gone completely brain dead and I have to read every single row. So I put it down and I thought, no, I shall do some crochet instead. So I finished my lady's order. So that's at the back. So I need to tell her I've finished it and put it on Etsy. And I've got a white one to stitch up. I finished. Get that put on Etsy and the grey one put on Etsy and the shawl put on Etsy. I've got a lot to do tomorrow, haven't I? But the good news is I'm feeling a bit chirpier today. I've been really, really dozy all week. I think it's something to do with my sleep apnea, but I've been like a zombie all week, so I've not got hardly anything done. Oh, hi, Vicky. You're from Napanee, Indiana. I'm amazed how many people come in from all over the place. I really am. Oh, hi, Brittany. You know, when people saying they're from here, they're from there, and when I started this, I thought I'd just get people from England, or from Britain, I should say. I never thought I'd get everybody from all places, all over the place. So what's everybody doing today? Are you all crocheting or knitting, or what are you doing? Have you all got it poised, ready? This is squeaking. Don't know whether you can hear it or not. Yeah, I'm doing very well actually today, Daphne. I've had a sort of dopey week, but I'm feeling a lot more refreshed today. If I've not been doing something, I've been asleep this week. That's what it's been like. That's what my week's been like, snoozing. You're crocheting a shawl. I'm crocheting a shawl. I'm not even started yet. Oh dear. You're going to switch over to a cardigan. And what's Nathan doing? Oh, you're from Greece. Oh, I love Greece. I want to go back there one day. A hat and sock making day because it's raining, yeah. Oh, hi, Jan. No, it's not actually, oh, my thing's gone off again. It's not actually been raining today, but it's looking a little bit like it might do, yeah. A sheep doorstop. What are you going to use to weight it down, Kim? You're going to use some rice or sand or something? Because it won't be much of a doorstop if you stuff it with stuffing, will it? Oh my goodness, tornado, 45. Oh, I hope it stays away from you. You got the radio on listening to 80s music. I was listening to Sia before, if you know what Sia, who Sia is. But I had to turn it off because, of course, if I have music on here, I get my hand wrapped. It's all to do with copyrights, isn't it? Yeah. I'm still behind with all my videos. All these people making one a day in July. I can't keep up with you. Especially when I keep falling asleep when I start watching them. I'm terrible. Oh, good evening, Donna. Happy Saturday. Yes, it is a happy Saturday. You see purple? Yes, it's an order for a lady. I've just finished it off. It's the one I've done a few times, but she wanted this one with longer sleeves. So I had to do it with, she wanted 7-inch sleeves. So I had to jiggery-pokery about and make sleeves for her. You know me, if I do a pattern from A to B, it'll be a miracle. I always divert in between into A+, A+2. Yeah, she wanted it doing longer and she wanted longer sleeves. So, and she wanted it larger than the pattern, so I had to do quite a bit of jiggery-pokery, but I managed it in the end. You know me. Oh, today, this is just a dress. It's just a plain dress. I like these plain dresses because you can jazz them up with all sorts of things. You know, you can put scarves around them and shawls and cardigans over the top when it's cold. So it wasn't quite warm enough today for a summer dress. So I put one with sleeves on. Because we went shopping today, my niece and I. She's gone off to... No, I don't keep all the purple yarn. If I've asked for an order of purple, it's actually more of an aubergine than a purple. It looks purple on the camera, but it's a bit brighter than a purple. What am I working on? I'm starting a Call the Midwife blanket for my great grandson to be. He's due in, I think August, but I'm not too sure. It might be October. They tell me these things and I forget. So I'm making him a shawl. But as he's going to be a boy, he's getting blue. And I also happen to have a cone of blue already, so I didn't have to buy any for him. But it's a bit squeaky, this acrylic. Oh, you love purple too, do you, Nathan? Oh, you just finished yours? Well, obviously I've just started mine. Oh, hi, Missy Page. I hope I managed to concentrate to do something when I'm talking to everybody, because I'm terrible. Really, I'm terrible at remembering things. No, it's not an Afghan. No, it's a blanket. A shawl, sorry. Or baby blanket, whichever way around you want to do it. Definitely not an Afghan, no. I have not got the patience. This will test me because it's in fine yarn. No, I can't do it, Daphne. I've got no urge to do an Afghan. I would lose the will to crochet before the end of it. I'm no good with anything too big. Mine's been my neck, actually, this week, Donna. A really stiff neck. I've had it for about 4 weeks. And I went to see the GP. And he said could be arthritis, but it's more likely to be skeletor. You know, I've got whiplash and things in the back of my neck. He said it's more like it's coming from there than it is arthritis. So he just gave me a tube of stuff that you rub on, you know, one of these ibuprofen gel things. So, oh yeah, I find crochet much quicker than knitting. You've got arthritis, have you? Right? I don't know what I've got, but it's certainly blooming horrible. They can't decide if I've got fibromyalgia or whether it's just my arthritis that flares up. So I don't know what it is. Either way, I hate it when it comes on me. But I'm not having a flare-up right now. I was at the beginning of the week. It was really bad at the beginning of the week. You know, when I couldn't move my neck, I couldn't move my shoulders, I couldn't do anything. I had to move my whole body just to look sideways. I couldn't do. Oh, it's how awful it was. You know, and you're thinking, what on earth have I done? I mean, when it first happened about 4 weeks ago, I thought I'd slept a bit funny. You know, you get out of bed, don't you? And you think, ooh, slept a bit funny in the night. It'll wear off. But it didn't, yeah. Anyway, it's slowly wearing off now. So, yeah. And I bought myself an aromatherapy puffer thing, you know, those that you put oil in and it puffs it out, vaporizer thing. But I've left it in the other room, so you can't smell it. Yeah. Oh, hi, Emma. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, I know. I've not got my gloves on today. It's a wonder I haven't had them on. Because I crochet for a little while and then it all starts to hurt. Oh, we're a right load of old miseries, aren't we, today? We're all dropping apart. What am I crocheting? It's called the Midwife Baby Blanket. Yes, that works as well if I sit a bit sideways in a chair. You know, I don't sit full on. That happens to me. You know, but if I stop crocheting, I'm 10 times worse. So I'm better if I carry on crocheting, you know, past the pain and keep on going, yeah. Oh, hi, Randy. How are you doing, love? How was your craft show? Was it okay? I don't do craft shows anymore. I don't know why. I never seem to have the right things that anybody wants. You know, it went well. Oh, good. Yeah, whatever you have when you go to a craft show, it's never the right thing. I don't know why. You've never got the right size, you've never got the right colour. Craft shows are boring, are they? No, I quite like going. I like looking at other people's crafts. Most of them are way out of my league price-wise. You know, these beautiful, beautiful crafting they do. I've done shorts, yes, not for me, obviously, but I have done shorts in the past, and I did some about 5 years ago. A white bikini top set and shorts for a lady who was going on her holidays. But she had the little figure for it, you know. She was a nice little figure, so they suited her. Skip the first 2 stitches. Oh. I'm making the call the midwife. If it says slip the first 2 stitches. Oh. 1, 2. No, I can't be going over there. Surely that's not right. They must be counting the hole as a stitch. Yeah. Well, that's not bad if you got some orders. I never get orders whenever I do a craft show. I just don't do them. I don't do little things, you see, like you and Kim do. You know, if I do big things and they're big things, people don't come prepared with that kind of money. Oh, God, my thing keeps going. Skip 2 and it gives a 1 chain space border around the edges. Does that look right? Skip 1 and then go into the next ones. When it was saying skip 2, I didn't know whether it meant 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Yeah, I like charts. When it comes to something like this, I like a chart, and I know whether I'm right or wrong. Oh, the yarn shawlies. That's from Lolly's Little Yarn Shop. I managed to get some more of that. You know, the bright yellow and the purple. Yeah, I think it means that as well, Kim. That's what I've done anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I can only read charts if they're fairly simple. I'm not much good with the charts, you know, that go out like that, and they just give you like a piece, like a quarter of it, and you've got to work your way around it. I'm not much good with that. Honestly, Sue, she picks the Japanese ones up, and the Russian ones she does. If I skip 2, the holes will line up. They're not lined up skipping 1. Surely I shouldn't have left 2 holes at the end. The yarn on the chair. Oh, that's a discontinued one. It was one of Red Heart's. I think it was Boutique. I'm not sure what it was, but they don't do it anymore anyway. Everybody loves it, but they don't do it. I think it was like a kind of a one-off. It seemed to disappear as soon as it was there. Oh, yeah, Sue could just look at a Russian pattern and then next thing she's made it and you're thinking, whoa, what did she do that by? And she makes things up and they're like weird shapes and I'm thinking, and she's going, well, you know, if you fold this here and you fold that there and it's going to be right. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Sue. And then when she does it, it's fine. Yeah, it works out, you know. I don't know how she does it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Oh, this is a good start, isn't it? I can read charts if they're flat. Oh, I can't look at the tutorial and talk to you as well. 1 chain, skip 1. Oh, right, okay. 1 chain, skip 1, next 50. Don't think I need my glasses on for that. I put my glasses on, then I can't see. Yeah, Sue she has a knack with these charts. I'm all right with a chart that's done flat. You know, like I'm doing something like this, flat. But I'm no good with charts when they're circular. And, you know, they only give you like a quarter of the circle and you've got to make the rest of it up as you go along. I'm not good at that. Oh, dear. I saw a beautiful pattern on Pinterest the other day. It was absolutely gorgeous. And it was all on a chart. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I always stick with white or lemon when it's a newborn. Oh, excuse me. Very boring. You can't do peach and you can't really do a turquoise because they're all, peach is like for a girl and turquoise is more for a boy. And I'm not a lover of pale green. So it's usually white and lemon I choose when it's neutral. Oh, you're going already, Katrina? What have we said to upset you? Oh, Gigi wouldn't wear a sweater if I made him one. He's an awkward little custard. He likes granny squares. Oh, good night, Katrina. Yeah, he likes a granny square blanket, does Gigi, but he doesn't like anything on him. You know, it's no good wrapping him up in anything. He doesn't like that. Yeah, that's a good idea, really. I mean, I'm doing white for a knitted blanket, and then I'm doing blue because I know it's a boy. So, Gigi's a little monkey's uncle. He escaped the other day. Little besom. He ran all the way through the clough, that's like a woodland, all the way home. Yeah, grey, red and yellow would be okay for anything, wouldn't it, boy or girl? So Gigi's had many blankets, yes. He's got one made out of that fluffy stuff, because I never knew what to do with it. It was like a chenille fluffy stuff. So I made him a blanket out of that. Oh, better have some more coffee, ain't I? Yeah, he's a little turkey. That's putting it politely. When he makes his mind up he wants to do something, he does it, and he's just a little so-and-so. I hope this is right when I get to the other side. Who knows? I've had to add more stitches on because I think the pattern was for double knitting. And I'm using a fine wool like a worsted, so. Because I wanted to make a finer blanket rather than a heavy one. Mm-hmm. Well, the weather's changed here. It's been, how old is he? He's about 6 or 7, I think. He's not as young as you think he is. He just looks like a little puppy. Oh, I hope I don't take it. I've done enough napping this week to last a lifetime. Every time I've sat down, I've been asleep. No, we managed to find him. Luckily, he's very well known in the neighbourhood, and everybody's like, if you're looking for Gigi, he's gone that way. Triple digits. Oh, I changed my profile picture. Yeah, I was messing about. Oh, right, Kim. Yeah, you enjoy your telly. You have to keep the hubby sweet. So, yeah, I decided to change my profile picture because I was messing about when I was taking photos for here. The photograph I took for the beginning of the video, I'm like, I got my eyes shut. I don't know how I managed that. Very attractive look. It's probably going to rain here, Jen. It was raining last night, I believe, but I slept through it. But the dog next door, he's got a habit of waking up in the middle of the night, and so Tony said today that it was raining when he had to let him out this morning. But I'd slept through it all, so I don't know. Yeah. He's another little monkey. He comes straight in and he goes straight to where they keep the treats. All the dogs do that. Gigi knows where the treats are. When my son's dog comes, he knows where the treats. She knows where the treats are. It's like Auntie Jan is the treat woman. Yeah, we Tony next door's fixed my roof. Actually, I had a drain pipe, no, a gutter, not a drain pipe, that had a split in it, and it was like water torture when it rained. It was like drip, 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 drip. Oh, it was horrible. Anyway, he's fixed it for me, thank goodness. My son was going to fix it, but he's like me, he's no good at heights, yeah. So we're a load of wussies here in this family. Oh, hi, Lydia. I don't understand centigrade, Nathan. Don't understand it at all. I wasn't brought up centigrade. I was only brought up Fahrenheit. I don't know what's hot or not with centigrade. I just know Fahrenheit. Well, I've been lazy all week, Lydia, so you're welcome to the club. I've just perked up this weekend, actually. Today I just perked up, decided to. I've been so droopy every time I've sat down, I've fallen asleep, which has not been very good for me crocheting. I've hardly done anything. Yeah, I've got my coffee trying to keep me awake today, so. I've not got my knitting mug today. I've got my crochet queen mug today with lipstick all over it. There you go. Oh, and I've lost my chat again. Oh, right. Your new phone's camera. I need to take some photos for Etsy, but I'm so lazy. And especially when it's dull and rainy, you don't feel like doing them, do you? I don't have any plain blank walls. Oh, 108. Oh, my goodness. I don't think it's been 108 in the UK. Maybe once or twice, but we all just passed away then, I think. Yeah. I don't have a really good camera. I've just got my cheapo one that I bought about 3 years ago. But, at the moment I just can't justify forking out for a new camera, really. All the things keep coming in front of it. Oh, the 90s is, oh no. I'm no good in. I like it to be warm. I really do like it to be warm because my arthritis loves the warmth. But I don't like it too hot because I just go like a limp lettuce when it's too hot and I can't do anything. I just have to lie under the fan and sleep. Oh my goodness. Don't know what I'd have done if it had been 95. I don't know what it's been here today. I've not looked. It's not been that hot. It was nice enough to sit outside, mind you. Well, this is my sort of sentiment, really. You know, when you don't have money to spare, you can't keep changing things just on a whim, can you? You have to wait while something breaks before you replace it, really. And even if it breaks, I won't be getting a super duper one. That's for sure. Well, I'm turning into a brunette, or a grey, I should say. It looks brown on here, doesn't it? But it's actually gone grey. But it's a dark grey, sadly. Oh, I know. I can't think when it gets too hot. Mind you, I'm bragging that I can think when it's not hot, but I can't. I've got to the age where I don't know whether it's Alzheimer's setting in or just brain fog. I used to be able to memorise really complicated patterns, and now I can't do anything. It's really bad. No, Nathan, you don't do hot, do you? I forgot. I was just looking at somebody's Facebook page before, and she's a beautiful, trim little thing. And she's been doing these little festival tops that are so tiny. And a lady keeps posting on there that she's made these festival tops. And I'm not being rude, but she's the wrong side of 50. And, you know, I don't think it's quite meant for her, you know what I mean? It's just... just isn't right. I can't. I think it was Boutique wanted or something. Was it Unforgettable Boutique? They don't do it anymore now. It's just not around anymore. I can't. I haven't even seen it on any like. Yeah, festival top licenses are definitely expired. And I'm thinking she's putting it on this lady's page, and this lady's trying to sell her patterns, you know, for the festival tops. And I'm thinking, how do you tell her that? You know, you're not doing her any favors. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to make the festival tops, but obviously not for myself. You know, I'd like to make them, and if I had the right environment, would hopefully sell them. But I don't get to festivals, so I think my time for selling them is not around here. Oh, I hope it does. I hope it keeps my mind sharp. But you know, sometimes I used to just do a pattern one time, one pattern repeat, and it was in my head. And now I'm like, what row am I on? Where am I up to? What am I doing? You know? Oh, the things we used to do when we were younger, you know, like read a book, watch the television, and crochet at the same time. And now it takes me all my time to crochet. A festival top, they're those little skimpy little things that they're barely there, just a bit bigger than a bra top. They make them with fringes all over them and all sorts of things, yeah. Yeah, selling on Etsy is not all it's cracked up to be, really. If you're selling the right thing, you seem to be in. But I just don't seem to ever be. Yeah, like a crop top, yeah. One of those barely there ones, you know. They've got low tops and everything. They're just like strings and that. A lot of them don't even have a back in them. But the young ones wear them at the festivals, you know, when they wear them with the shorts and the long skirts and that. But I don't really. You'd probably sell a lot if you went to these, you know, festival sites and things like that. But I don't go there, so I don't have anything like that to make. I made one Just made one, but he didn't. Nobody was interested in it. My customers are, yeah, I like Cher in the 60s, yeah. My customers tend to be a little bit older than the young ones, yeah. So they're not really into crop tops. Yeah, they're really younger ones, and I mean they're not really see-through. We do them firm enough, so even a young one could wear them, and you wouldn't see anything. A lot of people wear them over the top of a vest top or something like that. Yeah. If you want to be bold, then you would wear it without, but you'd have to be young and. Oh, hello, Killian. Changing his name, poor soul. Hello, Killian. Yeah, Kelly's kids were saying hello to me, not today, but before when I was on the other night with them. They were waving at me. Yeah. Kelly's a glutton for punishment. She's been looking after 4 kids. She must be crazy looking after 4 kids. Mental. For the school holiday, she's looking after her too. And the neighbours too as well. Why do we keep getting weirdy people? We don't speak any other languages but English on here. Oh my goodness. I do watch Bag a Day sometimes. Don't watch her all the time. She's another one that keeps throwing out videos faster than I can watch them. And that's a lady's top. It's for an order, that one. I've got one left over. One left over here. Oh, she's doing it all for summer holidays. She's going to be doing it. Yeah, I do watch Bag a Day, but it's just she makes a lot of videos, and I can't keep up with them. Good evening, Craft Angel. I don't think Bag a Day buys that much wool, does she? I don't know. Some people go in the store and buy everything, don't they? But I thought I was bad. Yeah, everybody's so fast with the crocheting. I'm not fast. You look at them and they're doing something every day, and then they're bringing something different out every day, and you're thinking, whoa, where did that come from? You know. Oh, yeah. You've got a lot of videos to catch up on. I'm so far behind, it's untrue. I just can't find the time in the day. I know I'm retired, but honestly, I can't find the time in the daytime to watch all these videos. I'm so busy trying to do other things. And then when I do watch them, I watch them on the TV. And then I forget to write down I've watched them. Right, 6, chain 3. Oh. Right. This is getting interesting. Why did I think I would be able to do this and talk to everybody at the same time? I don't know. Oh gosh, it must be nice to do that, fill up your whole shopping cart. I've got so much yarn around me everywhere that sometimes it overwhelms me, and I find it a little bit daunting because I can't crochet fast enough. You know, that's what... Who's got long hair with bangs? Is that Bag a Day? Yeah, I do watch her. It's just I don't watch every time. I haven't, you know, there's certain people I try my hardest to watch, and then... Oh, right, I see what I'm doing now. I see. I see, said the blind man when he couldn't see at all. That's what my mother's favourite sayings used to be. Oh, I've stopped doing giveaways. It just got too expensive because everybody that won was in the States. And the price of the... Oh, it's not the price of the giveaway, it's the price of the postage is more than the wool. You know, you can't say to people if you're doing a giveaway, only people in the UK can take part in it because, as I said, most of my customers are ladies or people, friends and that, are all in the US. So I just literally cannot afford to spend. You buy some yarn and it might cost you £10, and then it costs you £16 to send it to the States. So, you know, I've given over. I mean, a lot of people who do the giveaways say only eligible to people in the US, and I don't blame them either. Because what it costs me to post that way, it must also cost them the same to post it this way. Yeah. Oh, who went round Joanne's the other day? Oh, it was Z. Z went round Joanne's the other day. And I'm like, oh my God, you'd never get me out of there. Oh, hi, Karen. How are you doing? How's Kel? She all right after banging her head? I would have said that was true, never having too much yarn, but I'm afraid I've got to the situation where it's getting ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Has Kel recovered from banging her head? Kel cracked her head on the door the other day. Karen's friend. Yeah, I'm glad it's healing up for her. It's a shock to the system when you fall like that. Marnie, I've got some room to take. I walked into a post today. How can you walk into a post? You have to take Bart. What's Bart? We don't have coupons like that. We have sales in different times. But we don't have coupons that you can buy different things with. Karen's too busy with her love life, aren't you, Karen? To do her videos. Not that I'm jealous, of course, but you know. I don't think love life will find me sitting at home doing my crochet, will they? So we can call that a quits. Oh, yeah. Don't mention that word, Christmas. It creeps up on you. Somebody said it's only 24 weeks or something to Christmas. I think, oh, gee. Don't do that to me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do sort of Christmassy things, you know, except for shawls and that. I mean, you and Kim, you do all the little, you know, all the little toy things. I can't do them. They just bug me no end. They take me all forever. Take me a week to do one tiny little thing. I could have made a sweater in the same time. Oh, rapid transport, like a train. Oh, it's a bit like our trams then, is it? Our trams are like underground trains, but they run overground, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know Christmas. Oh, I always say every year I'm going to start soon enough with my relatives because I make them a cardigan or a sweater, and I never do. I never start off soon enough. I'm always on the last minute. We don't have any big box stores here in the UK, not that I know of anyway, unless anybody else knows something that I don't know. We have shops and we have online shops, but we don't have any real big shops that we can go to. Although Sue and I are planning to go to Lolly's little wool shack, but I don't know when. At some stage, we keep saying. Yeah, I tend to make not for the kids because they prefer a toy. Really, I might make them a little cardigan or something, but it's not the Christmas present because kids only want toys, don't they? Oh, you just got home from shopping. You're working on Christmas. Oh, all this Christmas in July stuff. What's all this about? They're frightening me. You know, I've got a baby born before Christmas. I've got to knit and crochet for. Not mine, of course, obviously. Or it would be a miracle, wouldn't it? I've gone really slow lately with my knitting and my crochet. I used to run through it, but now I don't know. I've gone slower and slower. If it's something I'm really, really interested in, I can plough on with it. But if I'm having to think about it and that, it's like I always take a virus shawl with me when I go to the hospital. It's the same virus shawl, it just lives in a bag. And I just drag it out and take it with me. No, we don't have any Joannes or anything like that in the UK. Oh my goodness. Christmas in July. Oh, I keep ready to parcel all my stuff up for you, Karen. I've got loads and loads of those packets of, things they give me with the crochet books. These little amigurumi thingy-majigs. But I have to find the magazines that correspond because the patterns are always in the magazine. I keep putting them on one side thinking, yeah, I'll give that to Karen. And then I forget. Because I don't use them. They always come with there was a mermaid the other week because I think it was Nathan or was Ian saying, what the heck do I want with a mermaid? I've split a stitch. I have to take it back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gert. We will, I think we're all going to have a nice Saturday today. We've all decided. It's a good day today. I used to knit little things. It's just I can't do faces. Mine, look, they'd scare the kids, you know, they really would. I made an angel when we were decorating the Christmas tree when I used to go to a knit club. And somebody said, "Who made this ugly angel?" It was me. Yeah, somebody was saying to me the other day, you know how these import changes are happening in the States? Would it affect the price of yarn because a lot of the yarn comes from Turkey? And I thought, oh, I haven't thought about that. You know, the import levies are something that are going to happen. Because even Red Heart comes from different places. It doesn't come from America. Oh, you've boiled some carrots up for the hens, have you? Yeah, Randy, that's why I'll be well stocked, yeah. No, I was just wondering, it was just a question that somebody brought up when I was talking to them, saying, I wonder if, you know, he puts import duty on things from foreign countries type of thing, whether it'll affect knitting yarn. And I hadn't really given it much thought. Be a lot of ladies up in arms. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at Red Heart, though, it says manufactured in the US using yarn from, and then it says somewhere else, yeah. Red Heart's the #1 selling yarn, isn't it? I would imagine. It's like here in the UK, I don't think we've got anywhere practically, unless it's the, you know, the hand dyers that do it all. I think most of our ordinary yarn comes from someplace else now. Right, let's have a look what I've got to do next. Row 4, is it? Row 3, row 4. 4 chain. Right. Manufactured in the UK. We have spinners in the UK, yeah. But unless it was a hand dyer, I think a lot of the pretty yarns and that, even by Sirdar and something like that, that they import, you know. Yeah, they do, but when you look closely at the labels on Red Heart, it don't stop streaming. Oh, thank you. When you look at Red Heart, where it says manufactured, it says made in the USA, but then if you look a bit further down, it says made with yarn imported from, and a lot of the labels, they're imported from somewhere else, yeah. So, do you know, I've got my glasses on, but I'm still reading that as bakery beans. Oh dear. Tell me about it, bakery beans. Honestly. Right, let's have a look what I'm doing next. Do you know, this is going to be really bad. Skip 3 stitches. I must confess I don't watch the Bakery Bears. I'm probably going to shout myself down here now, but I don't. I cannot sit and watch like 2 hours or something. I just can't do it. I like nice half-hour to an hour videos. That's me. As soon as they start climbing up to 2 hours. Oh, well, you're welcome to come in my room. You can help me tidy up if you want. Yeah, this is what I do, I'm afraid, Randy. Yeah, I'm afraid if I look at it and it says an hour and such a thing, I think, nah, too big, too long. I'm not going to watch it. They'd have to be super duper interesting for me to watch it. I'm just I like to watch videos like in between when I'm doing things. So like 30-minute videos, 45-minute videos are fine. They're great. But when I look at some people's and I think, oh my goodness me, they're going for 2 hours or something. Oh, I can't watch the girls in the yarn cafe. They're far too long for me. Too long-winded. I don't know. I keep going wrong. Who knows here? Hey, Connie. It's a simple pattern. I know it is, but I'll be all right when I've done the first set of patterns. But I like something I can just crochet without thinking about. I'm lazy. Might as well admit it. I'm lazy. The only thing I've never done is corner to corner. Everybody else seems to have done a corner to corner, but I'm very late to the party. I haven't made one yet. I had thought about doing one with this blue yarn, but then I thought, no, if I'm trying to learn corner to corner while I'm talking to everybody, it's just not going to happen, is it? Yeah. What I should do is I should have something started, and then when I come on here, I've just got to carry on with it. Not pick a new pattern I've never done before. Oh, my goodness, it's going warm in here. I'm having one of my hot moments, I think. You ladies of a certain age, just don't think because when you get past that certain age that you stop having hot flashes, because you don't. Yeah, I believe it's not hard, Connie. It's just that I've never actually sat down and actually worked at it, you know. This has got big holes, hasn't it? Hope a baby's fingers don't get stuck in it. I'm always worried about that. You know, when you're doing little blankets and things, whether their fingers are going to get stuck in the holes. What's your thoughts, ladies? Maybe if I'd have done it in double knit, it wouldn't have been such big holes. Yeah, I'm a bit dubious about this, actually. I like the pattern, but I'm just worried about baby's little fingers getting stuck in it. It's a baby blanket, but I'm just worried about little fingers. I think I might take it down and just do a shell pattern. Now, I'm not doing corner to corner yet because I haven't done it, so I'm not even going to try practicing it. I think I'm going to go down and just do shell pattern. I know where I am with the shell pattern. This is just too holy for me. It was the Call the Midwife, but to me, it's got two big holes in it for a baby. Yeah, well, the coffee's actually pretty cold now, but it's still coffee. Coffee does give me hot flushes, I must confess. So does alcohol, but there's no alcohol in there. Yeah, that's the trouble, you know, with babies. You have to be so careful. But you hear all these tales of horror, don't you? Little babies getting their fingers stuck in things and losing circulation, you know. And you're thinking, oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to come back and start doing a shell. Yeah, these holes are making me nervous. They're too holy. I think if I'd have chosen a thicker yarn, the holes would have been more in proportion, you know. But this is for a brand new baby, so I think I'll make it more. I know shell pattern's a bit girly-girly, but still. He'll have to be a girly-girly. Well, all his cousins are girls anyway, so. He's the only boy. So he's bound to be bossed about anyway, the poor little soul. He's got 4 bigger cousins. Yeah, he's just, you tend to leave a little baby, don't you, sleeping in a cot, don't you? So that's when they're more dangerous. When they're bigger, they can get their own finger out, can't they, of a hole? But when they're babies, they can just get their finger stuck in accidentally. Because they, you know, they wave their hands about and they're not in control. So I think we shall give that one a miss. Too holy for me. Too holy. We shall start doing a shell pattern, and I'll probably find out I've got the wrong number of stitches on for a shell now. Yeah, you hear these awful tales, don't you, where little toes get chopped off because they're in holy booties and the toes get stuck. Well, shell pattern's not too holy. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've knitted lacy for a baby before, but with knitting, the holes are much smaller, especially if you're knitting fine wool. You know, so you don't have to bother about little fingers getting stuck through holes or anything like that. But I didn't do many holy things when my son was small. Well, before he was born, because in my day, we didn't know if we were getting a girl or a boy. So I tended to knit mostly plain things when I was expecting. You know, plain little cardigans. I didn't put lacy panels in or anything. Because I was thinking, oh, what if it's a boy? I made one that was lacy in pink, just in case. But I gave that to the baby in the next bed to me. Well, the baby wasn't in the bed next to me. The mum was in the bed next to me. She had a little baby girl. So I'd made a bonnet, and I'd also made a helmet. So I was ready for any occasion. So she got the little coat and the bonnet. She was thrilled to bits because they'd said to her, you can't take the baby home without a bonnet. And she goes, well, I haven't got a bonnet. I said, well, you do now. There's one in my case, you can have a bonnet. Oh yeah, they were very, very strict about going home with a hat. Even, man, it was January when I had my son, it was snowing. So he was all wrapped up like a, I don't know what, like a papoose. He was all wrapped up. They wouldn't let him out until he was all wrapped in a shawl and everything. My mum had made him a shawl. So he was wrapped up. And the nurse made me husband go and warm the car up, you know, with the heater before he came to pick us up at the door. Yeah, she was, she really did like it, because she said if I send my husband out to get a bonnet for the baby, he won't know what to get. So they kept saying, well, it's got to have its head covered before you can go out. And she just hadn't thought about a hat for it. She got a blanket and everything, but no hat. Yeah, my little one was like a burrito when he was going home because it was snowing. And in those days, you didn't have, you know, these like baby seat things. We just carried him. He was in the front seat with me. I mean, you just don't think, do you? Oh, hiya, Zoe. Well, your cars went a lot slower in those days and there were fewer of them, so. Where have you been while now, Zoe? Where have you been? Have you got the kettle on yet? Zoe always makes us a cup of coffee, don't you? I just unravelled all that I was doing, Zoe, because it had holes in it and I didn't want the baby coming. Fragita. Oh, I think I'll have a cold drink tonight, if you don't mind. I'm feeling very thirsty tonight. You've got a wide selection of biscuits. Have you been shopping? An ice bucket full of ice. That's nice. Have you been having a party? I think Zoe's been having a crafty party without us. Oh, that's pretty of you. Thank you very much, Polka. Why do you have to be so rude? Honestly, why do they have to be rude? I don't mind anybody coming in. Just say hello. There must be nothing on the telly tonight. Did I tell you all I managed to get some more of that gorgeous yarn from Lolly's? That really jazzy. I'm going to make another shawl. I'm keeping that shawl because I love that shawl. So there's no way I'm parting with that one. So I'm going to make another one. It's a bit hot for now, but I suppose I should be starting thinking about the winter. I should have been thinking about summer a long time ago. I should be thinking about arm warmers and neck warmers and things now. Oh, this yarn's really squeaking now because it's been undone. It's really going squeaky, squeaky, squeak. Right, I think acrylic's great for a baby anyway because she's only going to shove it in the washing machine. You know what little babies are like for spitting up on everything. My little one was terrible. Every time I got him dressed in something, you know, we were going somewhere and I got his best things on and I got his best quilt thing on the pram and then he used to go blip all over it. You have to start all over again. So he'd be having his second best cover on instead of his first best cover. Oh, babies. They're so sweet. They're not like that in the movies, are they? Hope nobody's expecting on here. Put them all off. Talking about pukey babies. This is going along much faster. Everybody's gone very quiet, unless I'm not reading anything. And are you all waiting for your hot chocolate and a cup of tea? I know I can natter, but it's hard to keep a conversation going when nobody's saying anything. I'm not much good at talking to myself. I think my chat must have frozen. Come out, wherever you are. Somebody say something, otherwise I think my chat's frozen. Let me write something, at least I can know it's moving then. No, it's frozen. I just typed something and it's not gone on. How do you do this now? How do you get it to go again? Ah, why is it frozen? Ah. Oh, it's moving again. Squeaky yarn, yeah, it's very squeaky. I thought you'd all got it, was just jammed up. Yeah, look, I missed all that. It just jammed. I wasn't getting any of this. I was sitting here talking to myself. Oh my God. I had one ball of yarn the other day that was a right tangly mess. The rest of the balls were fine. You're making a shopping... I always make a shopping list and then I come back with nothing on the list and everything else but. It's the yarn that's squeaking. It's acrylic and I've already crocheted it once. So that's why it's a squeaky. It's going... Can you hear it? Can you hear it squeaking? It doesn't bother me too much, actually, squeaky yarn. I know some people it drives them potty, doesn't it? The old Red Heart used to be very, very squeaky, I believe, but I've never used that because my Red Heart is more of the modern variety, so it's not the squeaky kind. I heard that trick with bamboo hooks and needles to rub them in your hair, but I've never done it with a metal hook. When I said my bamboo hook was dragging, you know, somebody else said rub it. Somebody said rub it with furniture polish, but I didn't fancy doing that. And then somebody else said rub it through your hair. My chat stopped again. I'm having a wonderful time here today. What are you doing, you fool? Suddenly decided to change my pattern stitch in the middle of a shell pattern. Goodness knows why. Do you ever do that though? You're going along the row, aren't you, quite happily, in trebles or double crochets in your case. And then you suddenly find you're swapped. And you're either doing a half double crochet or you're doing a single crochet, and you think, what have I done that for? You have to go back and undo it. I think my mind was to wander. Oh my, it's definitely stuck again, my feed. I don't know what to do to get it to start again. I can't refresh the page because it takes me off the video as well. It's going to be very quiet tonight if we don't get this feed right. Oh my goodness, what can I do to get it to start? Oh, it started again. I have to go back now and read all what I've missed. I've missed loads of it. It's not because I'm tired, it's because it just keeps sticking. I could see the chat, but it wasn't moving. It's moving now. I missed a whole slice of everybody talking. I thought I was talking to myself for a minute. It's hard to keep a conversation going when you don't see anybody making a comment. Yeah, I missed a whole chunk. Oh, it's funny. I've changed my mind. I was doing a call the midwife blanket, and I've changed my mind now. I'm doing a blanket, but I'm doing it in shell stitch. Hello, horses lovers. Nobody really lives near me except for Kelly. I don't live too far from Kelly, but she's about the only one. Everybody else is miles away. I miss going to my knit group. Oh, right. Good night, Daphne. Yeah, I did. I missed it. Sorry, love. Yeah. Yeah, everybody else is down south except for me. There must be some more crafters in Manchester that I just don't know about. I know there's Enid, but I don't know quite where she lives. But my knit clubs are all too far for me to get to now. I've got one in the village somewhere here, but they meet on a Tuesday morning. The weather's not too bad, Zoe, today. It's coolish, but it's not raining yet. It rained apparently last night, but I was sleeping. When I'm sleeping, I don't hear rain. I go to sleep with a CPAP machine, which makes it sound like a little Hoover. So I don't hear a thing when I'm asleep. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. Sometimes it takes me a while to nod off though, but it didn't. Yes, last night I was just straight out. Yeah, we've been having rain in the evening time, or the night time really. Although we did have rain in the afternoon the other day. It really, really rained. It wasn't just messing about, it was raining. You're between Artie, Raindrop and Ruthie and Kim? No, I'm not using a pattern, I'm just doing shell stitch. I was using a pattern when I was doing the Call the Midwife, but I've got some chocolate milk actually, but it's in the fridge at the minute, so I have got some. Oh, we've had... I mean, they're telling us we're in a drought situation up here, honestly. We don't get rain for 2 minutes and then, we're in a drought situation. I mean, the TV was saying, how come, everybody else manages for water except us up here in the north. But bear in mind that they were robbing all the reservoirs to put the fires out on the moors, so that's probably where a lot of the water went. We had the army with the helicopters, using big loads and loads of water trying to put the fire out. But some twit started on purpose. Oh, I don't like thunderstorms. I've never have done. My dad tried his best to get me to like them when I was little, but no. I just don't. How many did I chain? I chained 118 for to start off, and then I chained another 32, so I can't work that out. 120, 150 I must have chained. Oh, I know. It's bad enough when they start off on their own, isn't it, naturally? But when some twit puts a match to it, you know, you think, oh. They've done it twice round here, once over by Bolton Way and once over on the moors. Please shout out to Isaac, Sam and Dexter. There you go. Shout it out to Isaac, Sam and Dexter. I don't know why I've got to shout out to your dears, but you've had your shout out. Oh, and the blooming chat stopped again. Yeah. It must be scary when they... Oh, you're feeling social? Well, we're always social, dear. Don't worry about it. That's one thing we are on here, sociable. When I refresh it, though, the camera goes off as well. Nancy, don't be singing any rain songs over here, please, because I've got enough. Thanks. The drought won't be happening, you know, by the time we've had a few more bits of rain. I'll send you some down, Zoe, when it happens here again. I'll send it to you. I'll say, no, go away. I was talking to Grace in Texas, and she was saying it was supposed to be 100 today and 100 tomorrow, so that would just be a little bit too much for me. I'm happy about top 70s, 80s. Yeah, my poor little grass is a bit scorched. Yeah, they all think we're weird not having air conditioning, but as I say to them, we really, really don't need it. My son's got air conditioning in his house, but he's put it in. Well, he lived in Spain for 4 years, so I presume he's, you know, he used to get too hot, so. But he's very hot-blooded anyway. He's always in a t-shirt, even if it's snowing outside. He doesn't feel the cold. The only time he feels the cold is if he's ill. He's got a flu or a cough or a cold or something. That's the only time he ever feels a cold. Oh, why do they keep telling me? Oh, I don't want that. Go away. Oh, now my chat's gone off altogether. Yeah, I'd like about 75, and it can rain at night for me. I don't mind if it rains during the night. That's the kind of weather I would like. I know. It's almost August, isn't it, already? You love the rain, do you? I don't mind the rain if I don't have to be out in it. It's just when you get caught in it and you're not dressed in the appropriate clothing and you get drenched. That's when I don't like the rain. But I don't mind watching the rain or looking at the rain, yeah. It's just when you're born in Manchester like we are, we have a little bit too much rain. Yeah, rain at night, that would be just great. 70 all during the day, and yeah. I don't know. Somebody else said that, Zoe, that we're going to get some more hot weather, but I don't know. You're a Sheffielder. Oh, right. You get a lot of rain there. You're not as bad as Manchester. We're the rainy city. Yeah, I like listening to the rain. I just don't like it when I've got to go out shopping in it. Because somehow when I'm on my scooter, I get wetter than when I'm walking. It just drives right into me. Yeah. Yeah, my poor little grass. And I've lost a couple of ferns. I don't know where they've gone. They must have been killed by the heat. I'm making a baby blanket for my great-grandson to be, who's due in August, I think. They did tell me, but I think I've forgotten. Yeah, your hens. Yeah, they must be hot. Yeah, it's my eighth great grandchild. They're clocking up, these babies. We should all stop it. Put a hold on having babies. I've got step grandbabies, great grandbabies, and I've got ordinary great grandbabies, so I've got a lot. I've only got one child, but he married into a family. My son, he married into an established family. So they've got step grandchildren as well as grandchildren. So because two of the family married into a family that was already established, if you know what I mean. So we've got step great grandchildren and we've got great grandchildren. So there's I think this is baby number 8, this one. It's either baby 7 or baby 8, yeah. So, but we know what this one is. This one's a boy. Hooray! My son's getting fed up of all the girls. They've all been girls. There's been 5 girls in a row. The only boys are step. Yeah, I think he's due in August. I'm not too sure, actually. That's why I'm doing my blanket now. At least I'll have a blanket for it, won't I? I'm knitting a blanket as well, knitting a pram cover. But it's taking me a while. Yeah, if it's that hot, the baby won't need a blanket, will it? But still, it's only a 4-ply one. That's fingering to everybody else. It's only fine. It's not going to be that big. It's not a big blanket. Big enough to wrap a small baby in and then just use it for a car seat cover or a pram cover. Something like that. Because they've got the family shawl that they get christened with. All the babies have been christened with the family shawl. It belonged to them when they were babies. Because my daughter-in-law has three kids. Well, they're grown up now. And they all got christened with the same christening shawl. So all the babies that have been christened have all used the same shawl because it's like a tradition. So I'm sure that this new baby will be using the same shawl. But they don't use it for everyday use. It's just, the christening shawl. I'm making better progress than I was with the call the midwife anyway. I've got my son's christening shawl. But it's I can't pass it down because you know, he's not got any blood children of his own, if you know what I mean, and they've got their own family tradition, so it's no good me giving him, you know, my son's blanket, really. It's not as if they're going to use it. Yeah, you can do shell stitch without thinking about it. Yeah, I must reach it down one day. I've got his christening robe and I've got his christening blanket upstairs and his little christening shoes. Oh, bye-bye, Brittany. I know I'm out of coffee. I'm going to have to go and get something. Maybe I'll get chocolate milk again. Maybe I will. Who knows? I haven't got this coffee from Zoe yet. Do you know, I haven't been to a car boot for years. Don't think we have any around here. Everybody's got a bit upmarket now. You know, they don't have car boots anymore. Whenever I've been to car boots, they've always like bits of old junk there, you know, bits of light bulbs and things. I've never found anything that was worth having on a car boot. Oh, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to get something to drink. Let's try anything once. I've got some, what's it called? Arctic coffee, cafe latte. Never had this before, so. A car boot, it's where people put all the stuff they don't want. It's a bit like your garage sales, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. But you all congregate into a field or into a big hall or something, yeah. And that's what they do. Yeah, my son has no biological children. He's got 3 stepchildren and they've all got children. They're all getting up market though now, Karen. They take their own wallpaper tables and put everything on there. Yeah. Coffee doesn't affect me. Don't forget, it's only 10:30 here, so that won't keep me up. I've never had that before. Arctic coffee, whatever it is. We went to Sainsbury's today instead of my usual place, so it was all a different variety of stuff. But they didn't have any crochet magazines. That was dreadful. They only had knitting magazines. How dare they? No snacks, no. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to keep my diabetes under control. It's been sneaking out of control lately. I never get anything from a car boot. I never get anything from a charity shop either in the way of yarn. Somebody must get there before me. That's all I can think about. All I ever go when I see there is like bits of junk, you know, cups, saucers, all sorts of stuff. That's all they ever have in my car boot sales. So I don't go anymore now. Do you remember that girl who used to do YouTube videos? And she used to get all kinds of needles and sewing boxes and everything, didn't she, from car boot sales? I miss her coming on. She's not been on for a long, long time. I don't know if you remember her at all. Anybody? She made about 6 videos where she'd got all these, you know, really old sewing boxes and that. They were full of all sorts, like, you know, obviously from an old lady's house that had been cleared out, you know. I can remember her name later because I've still got her saved in my YouTubes, but she doesn't make any videos again now. She said she was going to stop because it wasn't like the car boot season. So, and then she said she'd be back when it was car boot season again, and that was about over a year ago. And she'd not been back. I'll tell you who's not been back. That Lorraine Pugh. Yes, she was a Geordie last year, right there, Nathan, yeah. Lorraine Pugh, that lady from Cyprus, the one who makes the lovely shawls. She's not been back forever. It's about 13 months since she made a video. Could have been Emma. You could be right there, Nathan. That rings a bell. Lovely girl. Yeah, maybe they're a bit like flea markets. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I used to look forward to watching her things, see what she'd managed to find at the car boot. Oh, that's not nice. Selling puppies. Oh no, that's not nice. You don't know where they've come from, and you don't know where they're going to. Emma Darling, that's her name. Yeah. I wonder where she's gone. Everybody disappears, don't they? I mean, we know where Karen is. She's just here now. But that Lorraine Pugh, she used to design her own. Yeah, hi there. It's me, yes. She used to design her own shawls, didn't she? And she used to say a bit about Cyprus and different kind of teas and things like that. And then she just vanished. You know, she's not been on... yeah, she's not even been on Ravelry or anywhere. I like going to the market when they've got... yeah, you're too busy. Where you've got homemade, homegrown veg and things like that. I don't cook, as you know, but when I go to these markets and they've got beautiful, fresh stuff, it always makes me want to, you know, buy carrots and things and make something with them. Karen's in love. We're just all jealous, Karen. It's all right. Take no notice. Yeah, well, you were doing too much, Karen, with all your woolly hugs and everything, you know. Let somebody else do the charity stuff for a change. Yeah, yeah, we all miss Karen, but she's... oh, I couldn't do Afghans, and I certainly couldn't do them for charity. I'm not being mean, but Afghans frighten me to death. I used to do a lot of prem baby stuff for charity, but I got a bit fed up. I belong to a knitting group, and I know it sounds a bit childish of me, but they were taking all of my stuff and, you know, handing it over from the group, and nobody else in the group was making anything except me. So I just got a bit fed up with it all. You know, I wouldn't have minded if everybody else was chipping in, but when it all came down to me, and the final straw was when I got asked to make those, you know, little burial gowns for babies, and I thought, no, I can't do that. Hi, Oliver. Oh, Nigel, behave. You can't come on and say anything nice. Don't say anything at all. Yeah, I probably would cook more if I had, you know, Oh, there's loads of things for charity knitting, and all the girls on here will tell you that you can get into all sorts of things. I mean, Karen did woolly hugs, and Kim does bits and pieces, and you know, Grace has been doing those twiddle muffs, you know, for people with dementia. That's good, Karen. I don't know which board you helped them across. Can I say your name? Nigel, will you behave? Being rude. Why do you want me to say your name, Abdul? There you go, Abdul. Said it. You happy now? Is it that? They're early, aren't they, tonight? Yeah. I know they always want premature things because they tend to give them the clothes to take them home in, so they're always like short of little bonnets and things like that. They never have enough. But some of them are very fussy. You have to ask them, you know, what kind of yarn they want, what colours they want, and you know, some places are fussy. Some are not. Some will have any colours and anything, but yeah, I just got annoyed, and it made me stop doing it. And I'm sorry I did. But then the landlady of the pub that we used to give them to, she left that pub and went somewhere else. So if you look at Grace GB Maltese, she's been making twiddle muffs. They're like a muff that you can make blankets as well, and you sew all kinds of things on them, like flowers and buttons and beads, anything that they can sort of fiddle with. She also puts in that crinkle stuff, you know, that crinkly papery stuff. Abdul, stop it. You don't ask ladies their age. Don't be rude. Yeah, one charity wanted purple ones. It's yeah. I mean, I know old people's homes, they like shawls. I've got one lady in America, she makes shawls too. Well, stop being rude then, Abdul. Behave. Um, she makes shawls for the old ears, you know, wear them round the shoulders, you know, when they get a bit chilly, when they're sitting in the wheelchairs and things. I mean, some charities are getting a bit fussy, you know, with what they'll have and what they won't have. You're better off asking somewhere first, you know, do you want me to make some shawls or something like that? But you know, I had thought about making. It's about crocheting. This is what the stream's all about. Um, you know, I had thought of crocheting little shawls and that, and sometimes, you know, you get little old people maybe that don't get a present because they've been there so long that their families kind of forgot about them. When my auntie, Yeah, a lot of people do get taken advantage of. There is that about it. I think you're better off inquiring by yourself, like where you can send them to or take them to locally, rather than sending them off to some charity. You don't know where they finish up, do you? Um, yeah, nursing homes, anything like that. My aunt used to work with the elderly, and she always used to collect things, that if we got things for birthdays and Christmas that we didn't um, particularly want, toiletries and that. And she used to save them all up, and wrap them all in Christmas paper and, give them out to, people who don't. Yeah, they do, don't they? They have knitted teddies for lost children and children who've been involved in car accidents and they're a bit traumatised. They give out little teddies and things, don't they? I'm sure you'll find a lot of places if you just look around. But I'm wary of the big organisations, although Karen's done a lot for Woolly Hugs and we know they go there. Um, but some organisations, I'm a bit worried about whether they actually go there or not. When you're just sending off. Yeah, yeah, the cost of posting. It's probably better if you can find somewhere local that you can, um, donate to your local, like you say, old folks' home or something like that. I know people with dementia really love these twiddly muffs. I mean, Grace started making them, and she said she wished she'd have had one when her mum was, poorly. I wished I'd have had one for my dad, because my dad used to just twiddle everything, jingle his keys, jingle coins. He just wore holes in the chair because he used to go round and round and round with his finger, and in the same place, and he used to wear holes in the chair. So he'd have benefited from a twiddle muff, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you asked at your local, old folks' places and things like that, care homes, um, that you'd find takers for things like that. Because a lot of people in the older people's homes and that, they just get put in there and forgotten, don't they? I've told my son I'm going in the garden shed. It's a very, very nice garden shed, I might add. It's more like a summer house. When I went round, I said, "Oh, that's nice. Have you made that for me?" He went, "No, why?" "Oh, you're off to bed, are you now, Connie?" "Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in this summer house. It's quite nice." Oh, God, my chat's gone off again. Oh, it's back now. Yeah, I'm sure there must be some, Karen, if you ask around, yeah. You going as well, Zoe? Good night, Zoe. I mean, I used to do hats for the homeless because I had a friend who used to go down and take them down because she used to do a bake. She used to bake things, and she used to take her leftover bakings down to the homeless place. So she used to take any hats that I made, but now she moved and she's living in Australia now. So obviously I don't have any transport. So I've lost my way of taking things down to them. I know they came and collected one time when I sorted out all my clothes. I had 14 bin bags full of clothes and shoes, all business things, you know, that I used to wear when I was working. So I rang them up and I said, have they got any use for business suits and, you know, all sorts of things like that, business shoes, court shoes. And they said, oh, yes, yes, they're great for interviews and that. So I said, well, can somebody come and collect them? And they said, how many have you got? I said, 14 bin bags. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to cost you a bomb, Karen. That's why I tend not to do anything that has to be sent by post, because, you know, you have to watch the pennies, don't you? You know, when you've got such a lot of money like we do. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, my knit club, when I wasn't no longer a member of it, but I still keep in touch, they made scarves and hats and things and hung them on lampposts and said, if you're cold, please take one, yeah. But I know our local homeless place used to say, you know, give them to us and we'll make sure that they get to the right people. So yeah, I gave away all sorts of things, you know, big coats and jackets and things that I don't need anymore. I was a coat collector. But I collected coats upon coats upon coats, so I had too many, so I donated my coats. I mean, mostly they were ladies' coats, but some were unisex, I suppose. But they do have lady homeless, so, or they have the ladies in the you know, the refuge shelter. Sometimes when they fled a violent situation, they sort of flee with just the clothes they stand up in. You know, the kids and all, they don't bring anything with them. A lot of the times they can't go back to get their stuff. Although I did go with one young lady one time. We got a police escort for her to go back in the house and get her stuff. We just had to pile it all in the car. But the police were there to make sure he didn't kick off, you know. So she did get a lot of her stuff out. But normally that's not what they would do, but he was violent and he was known to be violent. So they did give us a police escort. Because she wanted close with the kids and that, yeah. He wouldn't let her back in. Well, he would have done, but he'd kicked hell out of her. Should have gone back in, so. So me and my friend went with her. We started no arguing. We were ready to take him on if he'd have started. But lucky he didn't. He was as meek and mild because the policeman was there. And he was like, who me? She could have come back any time to get her clothes. I've never stopped her, he said to the policeman. Yeah, right. Like we trusted him. Like, no. We didn't. Oh, hi, Marlene. How are you doing? Do you crochet? Do you knit? What do you do, Marlene? My yarn is still squeaking. It's growing much quicker. And it'll be warmer for him in the winter. Oh, you've got purple hair, Nathan. I'm too much of a coward to have anything like that. Yeah, you're right there. He was a coward. It's all right to kick her about and knock her about. But as soon as the policeman was there, he was all smiles and, I've never stopped her coming back, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, you're doing the border of your granny square blanket. My daughter-in-law fell in love with the blanket that everybody made for me on my birthday. Everybody made squares, and Kelly sewed them all together. Fibro purple. Why is it very violent? I saw your bathwater the other day. Was it your bathwater? It was like a purple colour. I don't know what you'd put in it. Unless it was your hair dye. It was the hair dye in the bath, was it? I thought you'd put something weird in your bathwater. You washed your hair and all the purple went in the bath. I thought, that's a strange bath bomb he's got in his bath. I don't have a bath. No, Nathan likes to keep his hair technical, don't you? He has all the colours of the rainbow, so it's purple now at the moment. Mine's going grey, grey, grey. Oh, maybe I should have purple hair then if it's the colour for fibro. Although they don't actually say I've got that yet. They just keep contemplating that I might have it. Hi, Melody. Well, I'm having a good day. I think everybody else is. It's not going to stop it squeaking. I'm sure it's not. Woo. It's going squeakity, squeakity, squeak. No, it's still squeaking, Donna. It's the yarn that's squeaking. Yeah, this is why I think I might have fibro, because I've been really foggy all week. Been terrible. I call it brain dead, I just forget everything. But they say it's difficult to diagnose or something. They said it could be just a flare of the arthritis. But it's very painful when I get it, whatever it is. But this fibro fog is new to me. Like, I can look at something and I used to be able to do patterns, do them once and then I would remember them. But now I have to sort of scrutinize every row of a pattern because I forgot what row I'm on. If I don't write it down, I forget what row I'm on, forget where I'm up to. I'll be lucky if I get through these 48 squares of my knitted little blanket. I've made 5 so far and I still don't know what a pattern is. I still have to read every line of every row. I'll do it, but it's going to take me ages. But I made it for her sister about 9-10 years ago when she had her firstborn. And I did it in no time. Yeah, dementia. It is a bit like that. I worried about that because my dad had it, But apparently the doctor says I don't have dementia or Alzheimer's, so. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, this pattern I'm doing, this knitted one, it's got like about 40 rows to this little tiny square. And every row's different. And I just can't remember. I can't remember what row I'm on, you know, without a bit of paper. I can't remember anything. And I used to do such complicated patterns in knitting and crocheting. Never have any trouble at all. But now I find I'm really dumbing down with the patterns I'm choosing to do, yeah. You're as bad as me, Jen, yeah. I make something and I've altered all the pattern. And then somebody says to me, oh, can you make one of them for me? Because I really like that one. Your size. And then I think, I don't know what I did. I've no clue how I made it to fit me. You know, or give the hens some water. Do they not have a bath? Or, you know, will they not bathe? Or do they bathe in dust? Oh, hi, Ruth. Yeah, I'm just absolutely, like you say, hopeless. I need to write everything down that I do. Because I should remember from one thing to another. Everything I make is slightly different because, not on purpose, but I just do it slightly different every time. I'm getting on much better now with Michelle Patton. I just hope she doesn't think it's too girly. But it's a newborn baby, for goodness sakes. Oh, you've got 2 ferrets now. I think I saw the pictures of them. They've got kind of similar names, haven't they? I don't think he crochets for his ferrets, do you, Nathan? My son used to have ferrets, but he started working funny hours and that, so they weren't getting handled enough. So they started biting, so he put them with a load of ferrets. Well, he asked first, obviously, in with a little petting zoo thing. So he asked them, did they want 2 more ferrets? And they said yes. So, yeah, I knew they had similar names, yeah. So my son gave the ferrets away because he hadn't got time to handle them. When you don't handle them, they bite, yeah. The girl down the road lost her ferret not long ago. It was called Nepo. She had it for ages and all. So she's gone completely different now and she's got a pug. Bit of a change from a ferret, isn't it? There used to be a guy on my street that used to take ferrets a walk on a lead. Yeah, my son built this massive, big, like a cage structure thing in his garden. It was huge. So they had plenty of room to, you know, run around, and it was massive. It was like a massive big aviary. And he had all sorts in it for him to climb up. But he just didn't have time to handle them, so they got a bit too wild. My daughter-in-law refused to handle them when they kept biting her, so that was the end of the ferrets. They were frightened of them biting the kids, you know, because they just got a bit wild. Ferrets are illegal. My goodness. We all have funny laws. No, ferrets are not illegal over here. We can't have pit bulls over here. We can have staffies, but we can't have pit bulls. Anything that resembles a pit bull, you know. because they got such a bad name. But dogs are like any kind of dog. If they get manhandled around or get in the wrong hands, any dog will turn nasty. Yeah. I mean, my Staffy was as gentle as can be. He got a bit grumpy when he was old with kids, but yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with pit bulls if they're in the right hands. But too many, the wrong kind of people have a pit bull. They used to, fight with them and everything. And I think it's cruel. I hate dog fights. I don't know how people can do dog fighting and hen and cock fighting. I just don't know how they can do it. That's why you should never give puppies away till you know where they're going to, because they use them for bait dogs, don't they? Yeah, pit bulls are absolutely gentle by nature if they're raised by the right people. It's like my son's Rottweiler. Everybody's, oh, it's a Rottweiler. But she was raised up, very gently. So she was very, very gentle. It's just a shell pattern, that's all. I started off doing call the midwife blanket, but decided it was too holy. The baby's fingers might get stuck in it, so I changed. Yeah, I just don't understand why people raise any kind of an animal to fight. I just don't understand it. Why they find it amusing or whatever to fight animals together. I don't know why they do it. I mean, if people do boxing, that's up to them, isn't it? If they want to fight in a ring, that's their decision. But to include a dog or a cock or whatever, or a hen or something, that's not the dog's decision, is it, to go and fight? I don't understand any kind of cruelty to animals. I really don't. Yeah, I suppose it is the money. Wait, shell pattern's as old as the hills, isn't it? So it's not my own pattern. It's just, I'm just using a shell pattern. I'm just going to do it until it's big enough for a blanket, that's all. Any pattern stitch book will have a shell pattern in it. That's why I don't understand when, you can buy a pattern and it can be $6 or $7. And it's kind of a pattern that's, been around for years. It's kind of a nobody's pattern because it's evolved over the years. And I don't know how people can come along and say, it's my pattern or something like that. And I'm like, no, it's not your pattern. I mean, it's like the virus shawl. That's been around for donkey's years, except it probably wasn't called the virus shawl. I hate betting on animals. I just don't. I mean, I know that it goes on, but I don't want to see it on Facebook. I'm sorry, but yeah. Oh, that's horrible, Karen. Oh no, I'm doing a shell, and then you do a single crochet into the top of the shell. I don't know whether you can see it there. It's not a shell on top of a shell. It's a single crochet on top of and you do the next shell into the single crochet. It's like alternating, yeah. My fingers broke them off. Broke my nails off. I feel bereft. I feel like I should stick false ones on. They don't go with the rest of my hand. I keep thinking, grow, grow, grow. You look silly. I even thought of getting some fake nails, and I thought, no, I probably wouldn't be able to crochet if I stuck 2 fake nails on. They'd feel phony. I suppose I could have gone and had some gel nails put on it, you know, but I don't like the thought of gel nails because they might ruin you. Yeah, yeah, crochet some nails, yeah. But those gel nails, they sort of rough up your nail underneath, don't they? And I'm frightened that they'll make my nails go, you know, thin and brittle if I did 2 gel nails on there. So I'll just have to tough it out and wait while they grow again. Oh, not on me, you haven't. Can you imagine crochet nails though, even if you stiffened them? Every time you wash the dishes, you must never wash dishes. It's like those people with those nails that are about 3 foot long, you know, that curl round and round. I can't understand why they find those attractive. Oh, no, the RSPCA don't always, do they? Well, the trouble is, if you put them in a shelter, they could get euthanized, you know. You're not allowed to have cats in your property. You know, there's so many cats that get given up, and there's just never anywhere to put them. I'm such a soft sod. I'd adopt. Oh, my friend works at an animal shelter, you know, that looks after rescued dogs and, you know, old dogs that, you know, their owners die or something like that, and they're very old dogs. And every time I see these little pictures of dogs, I'm like, oh, I want it, I want it. You know, it's I'd be a sucker. I'd be like one of these women with all these cats, you know. I can't resist them. I'd never be able to work at an animal shelter because I bring them all home. Every time she posts one. It's not good how you know. I never. I mean, I watched. Well, I didn't watch him being born, my cat, but I knew he'd been born across the road. I saw him from day one, so I never remembered what day he was born. I knew the month. Yeah. One cat I lost him at 13. The other one I got him 14. Oh, a parakeet. No, thank you. My son had parakeets when he first got married. Oh, they were so noisy. Feathers everywhere. Oh, Karen's got a bird. That's bad enough. Or 2 birds, I think Karen's got 2 birds. No, if I get anything, it's got to be furry because I like stroking things like, you know, cats and dogs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to see if you can find anybody in the neighbourhood who will take the cat on. My friend used to have a minor bird, if you know what one of those is. And that, oh, when we used to go around, we had to cover it up. she'd say to me, "Do you want a drink, Jan?" And I'd say, "Yeah, that'd be nice." And then this bird would go, "Peter wants a drink. Peter wants a drink." I said, "Peter wants a drink." Oh. And he used to imitate, you know, sirens, police sirens, fire engines, everything. I don't like anything that smells, Craft Angel. We looked after my son's guinea pig once when he was at school, you know. He come to bring it home for the summer. "Aren't we lucky?" He said, "We've got it for the summer. How nice." Stunk the place out. Oh, phew. I don't love parrots. This one bit me, and it really bit me. Nearly went through to the bone. I went off parrots after that. My auntie had a budgie, and it used to be nice and quiet until the theme tune for Coronation Street came on, and then it used to start going bonkers. And she used to have to put the cover over it because she couldn't hear the telly. No, Peter, that minor bird, he used to imitate everything that was on the television. Oh dear. Oh, hi, Marie. Yeah, it's a shame nobody wants the cat, isn't it? You know, when it starts getting cold weather, it'll want to come in, won't it? It might be all right, you know, in the summer while it's outside if it's got. My auntie used to let her budgie out the cage and it used to fly everywhere, swoop everywhere, and poo all down the curtain. Ooh. Then she used to have to be coaxing it back in again because it wouldn't go back in the cage. If anybody knocked on the front door, she's going, "Don't come in, the bird's out." She's frightening it to fly out of the door. We had budgies all the time when I was little. Apparently in America they don't know what a budgie is. They call it a parakeet, but it's not. It's a budgie. It's like a canary, only it's yellow or green or blue. I keep losing my chat. Yeah, it's always sad when you have to put animals down. I broke my heart for ages after I had to put my dog down. I still think about him every day now, and it's been 3 years. It's just. Hello, Cerise. If you knit or crochet, you're welcome to come in. This flipping thing, it keeps going off. You'd be surprised, Karen, actually. You know, they might have a spit at each other for a bit, but, you know, they settle in. I mean, I've toyed for ages about getting a cat. You know, I'd get one from the rescue centre, obviously. And I suppose Gigi would have to adapt. I mean, I don't have Gigi every day anymore, so he'd have to adapt, I suppose. I mean, I don't particularly want a kitten. I don't particularly want one cat. I'd have to get a pair, you know. Probably get black ones because nobody wants the black cats. You lost 2 ants? Didn't know you kept ants. Have you got an ant farm? Oh, thanks, Marie. It's an order. It's ready to be put on Etsy and shipped out. Oh, aunties. I'm just thinking you got 2 ants. Yeah, a few people have had ant farms, yeah. I wondered why you were so bothered about losing 2 ants. Now I know, now it's 2 aunties. Our family tend to go in bunches as well. You don't lose any for about a year and then 2 or 3 of them go at once. I have a very large family. I should add. I don't know half of them. I know it sounds awful, but there's so damn many of them. And they've all been married, and all my mum's brothers and sisters have all died now. But they all but one had children. Yeah. My generation has started popping the clogs now. I'm losing cousins now. It's getting worrying when it's the next generation. I'm used to my uncles and my aunties, you know, popping off, but it's getting a bit worrying now. It's my cousins. Admitted they've been a lot older than me, but still. And then I lost my brother. He was, what would he be? Oh, I can't remember how old he'd be. Hang on, let me think. He would have been 79. He would have been 80 this year. So a great green bug behind me. Yeah, all right then. I'm scared to death of it. Thank you. I could do without the nutcases telling me I've got bugs behind me. If he'd have said it was a spider, I might have moved. Look, a big green bug, no. I think only he's seen the big green bug. I think he's been on something. Hallucinating. I don't like spiders. Don't like cockroaches either, but I don't get touching wood. Not seen any in here for years. Irene used to bring them in when he was little. and playing with them, or play with them outside, take them back. It was bad enough the cats bringing me half dead mice and birds in. When my son started bringing cockroaches in, I had to draw the line. Map behind me. Yeah, it's a map of the UK, I think. Yeah, it's etched on copper. I bought it, oh, many, many, many years ago. I've had it, oh, sort of just after I got married, I think I bought it. Oh, they're on wacky backy, are they? I could do with a puff of that when my back's bad. Wish they'd make it legal. As soon as they make it legal, I'll try a bit. So I'm not buying it off some street corner and find it's adulterated with all kinds of stuff. No, thank you. I'll wait while it's legal. Yeah, they could be popping something, yeah. Yeah, I wish they would get their act together and sort out some, the medicinal stuff's not got that stuff that makes you high. They take that out of it, don't they? So that's, great. I don't want to go high. It's just, to relax the muscles in your back and is what I would like. I don't want to actually smoke it or, buy it off a street corner or anything like that. Don't want to become a dope head. But if they made it legal, I would definitely try it. I think we're a long way away from that in the UK. They just did it for medicinal purposes, like for people who have Parkinson's and things like that. Yeah, CBD oil is, I've had some of that actually, because you can buy that quite legally. It's, it didn't do an awful lot for me really. My injection in the spine didn't work this time, Ruth. Yeah, I could never have taken anything like that when I worked for the government because they do drug testing. And even if I'd have said it's medicinal, it still wouldn't have worked. But I keep hoping that they'll make, the proper oil stuff legal. And then maybe I can, try it before I die. Yeah, I would love to try it, but I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not, I won't do that. I just wish they'd make their mind up and say that it's medicinal. It'll probably take about another 20 years before they make it legal in the UK. You know how slow they are with everything. Yeah, I take medication, obviously legal medication. I don't self-medicate. But it would just be nice, to just try to see whether, it would work for me. It may not work. You started the keto diet. I'm trying to cut down because I don't like the word. Yeah, so would I, Jeannie, if they would, if they would really get their act together. But I'm not buying it, under the counter or whatever you want to call it, I'm not buying it black market type thing. It wouldn't be so expensive if it was prescribed, surely. But I mean, they take the stuff out of it, don't they, that makes you high. So I don't see why we can't have the other bit. I'm sure it's better for you than taking painkillers that you get addicted to. I don't want to become a pothead. You know, I don't want to come on here going, yeah, man. Yeah, the street stuff, I'm not interested in that because you don't know where it's come from. And you don't know where it's been. I want to get the actual medicinal stuff that they get. Is what I would like to try. But I'm not about to be a pothead. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with it being legalised for everybody, really. I just wish they'd, legalise the medicinal for people who've got, like, say, Parkinson's and things. It makes such a difference to them. People with seizures and that. Or people with chronic pain. Because it is more herbal, isn't it, rather than... I mean, I've been on painkillers since Adam was a lad, so, I mean, Lord knows what it's done to my system. I'm trying not to take many at the moment. I'm trying to tough it out, but some days it's just so painful. But I just don't like swallowing, so many pain pills a day, because I'm thinking, what's it doing to my stomach lining? Yeah, they believe it can. But I don't know why they drag their feet over here in the UK. I mean, it's legal in certain states in America, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I'm not going to come on here going, yeah, man. No. I've not taken gabapentin, I haven't. I took 2 anatriptylines the other night because I was in so much pain, and it just knocked me out completely. I was like a zombie the rest of the day after. Just couldn't stand it. Couldn't stay awake for one. Yeah, I have to have my liver and kidneys tested every 12 months. Yeah, I don't want liver damage and that. So far I've avoided it, but it does worry me. I mean, I'm supposed to take 8 painkillers a day, but I don't. Unless I'm really bad, then I just have to, but I just don't like taking painkillers. I'd rather do without them. But there are some days, as everybody knows, when you have to do something because you're going, because the pain's too bad. I'm not in pain when I'm sitting down like this. And when I'm laid down in bed, I'm not in pain. But the minute I get up to walk, it's just like somebody squashes my head and my spine downwards, and I'm in such terrible pain. Yeah, I'm all right so long as I don't get up and walk. Yeah, you worry about that. I mean, I don't, well, I don't say I don't drink. I do drink, but very little. Maybe 1 drink a week, because I'm always conscious about my liver and stuff. Ooh. You're getting eye surgery. My sister-in-law had, well, one eye done and then the other eye done. Mine are not that bad yet. I've got the beginnings of cataracts, but they're very, very slow growing. So they don't take them off, apparently, until you get to a certain stage. No, it wouldn't be on my hit list. Eye surgery wouldn't. But if you need it doing, if you can't see, then if your cataract's that bad you can't see where you're going, you need something, don't you? My sister-in-law's been fine with hers. My mum was great with one eye, but the other eye was never quite right. But my sister-in-law's had no problem with either. Yeah, my mum was born with a lazy eye. And oh dear, the knits are out. The nitwits are out. Why does he have to come on and start being rude? I don't know. Yeah, the pubs have emptied, I suppose, but a lot of these are not English, are they? What are they coming out with? I don't know. Yeah, they are bored kids, aren't they? You're 15, by the way. Well, behave then. Behave like a 15-year-old. That's almost a man. Gosh, the conversation kind of just stops when you get idiots in the room. Everybody goes, oh. Well, for one thing, when I was young, there wasn't anything such like as a computer. The worst things we ever did was knock a door and run away, you know. That's how innocent we were. I don't mind anybody coming in if they're nice, you know. If they just be pleasant and just exchange a few pleasantries. When they start being rude, then it's just silly. Yeah, I'm willing to be pleasant and talk to anybody. That's me. But no, that's not good enough. For all those who are interested, I'm still squeaking. Maybe I should have chosen a plastic hook. Who knows? I didn't mean that. Who knows? Well, you're doing very well. If you've got autism and ADHD, you're doing very well. If she trusts you enough to watch your kid, brother and sister, or your sister, then she must think you're okay. So I wouldn't worry about it, Yannick. I wonder how many of us would have been diagnosed with something when we were younger. I don't think. I have a bit of OCD, but not in the cleaning direction, yeah? I'm a bit OCD about certain things. But of course you're still mentally stable, Yannick. Doesn't mean you're nutty, you know, just because you've got ADHD and autism. You're not nuts. You just see the world differently than everybody else, that's all. You know, I often wonder, like, you know, my classmates, you know, some of them were a little bit, I won't say odd, but, you know, I wonder if they'd have been diagnosed with something when they were younger. But we didn't seem to have things like that when I was young. Well, They might have had it, but they didn't call it that. I don't know what they would have called it. Oh, blimey. Well, that's very good, Yarrick, if your little sister's okay around you. Yeah, exactly. It's not a disease. ADHD and autism is not a disease. It's just a condition that some people have and other people don't. Yeah. Yeah, I like Lolly's yarn. I must admit, I mean, this one's quite thick. This one is meant to be Aran, though. And the wool that came the other day was supposed to be Aran. Yeah. You've got a headache. Who knows? Yeah, they're very gifted people. You know, just because they're autistic, it means that they just work things out in their head a different way than we do. They're not dumb. They're very gifted, a lot of people who are autistic. They're very, very gifted people. You know, gifted in the artists, pianists, things like that. I just hate putting labels on people. I mean, my generation just grew up. Maybe some of them were different, but they didn't have a label. Yeah, so I mean, they've got incredible. It's like savants, isn't it? They've got incredible memories. Yeah, that is a shame when they're non-verbal. My friend's got a son, well, he's a teenager now, and he's non-verbal. So it's very difficult to communicate with him. Yeah, I don't see why we should have a label. Longaric. So it's not Yarrick, it's Longaric. I don't get where that comes. How you get that from? Jarrick, Yarrick, Longaric. What nationality is that? The A says A. Oh, it's Jarrick. I get you now. A long A in the middle. Jarrick. That's what it is then. You have to excuse us, we're not very good with names that are a little bit different. Yeah, it could be Jarrick. But is your oldest son very bright, you know, apart from him not speaking, Nathan? You know, they're gifted in a different way, aren't they? My friend's son, unfortunately, isn't. Oh, Jean-Luc Picard, yeah. Oh, I love him. What have we got now? She got it the second time. So what was that? Jarrick. Are we right now? I was thinking it was the J was a H, you know. I'm no good with names that are not English. we're still getting it wrong, are we? Oh dear. J-A. We're not doing it on purpose, honestly. Oh, no long A. So it's Jarek. Right, we got that now. So what nationality is that, Jarek? You like my painting? What, the one in the background? Oh, jar as in car. So it's Jarek. Right, we're getting there. Eventually we'll get there. Yeah, it's just a print. It's just a stag in the forest, I think. I'm no good with pronunciation. When I get some of the people on YouTube, you know, and you're trying to decipher what they're actually called, yeah. I know it's quite nice, isn't it, when we have people from everywhere? Makes us multinational. Would be very boring if we all came from the same spot. What's that? Who knows? I'm woefully ignorant when you say things like that. So we find out these things, folks, if we ask, don't we? I'm always the first one to admit that I don't know what a thing is, because somebody's always going to tell me anyway. With a short thumb. Well, it's time to get ready for winter. I hate to tell you this, but I'm still thinking about making summer tops. But then a lot of my customers are in the US, so... Oh, you're going for a nap, are you? Well, I can't go for a nap. Oh, it's a brain disease. That's sad, isn't it? How does it affect? Hello from France. Well, hello. Yeah, I gave up my midwife blanket. I thought the yarn is only fine, so it was too big of the holes, yeah. Well, hello there. Is it Malaga? Magali. Oh, I'm terrible with names today. I'm butchering everybody's name today. You can't correct me. Bye-bye, Donna. Well, hello. I've been to France, but only once. I went to Paris. That's not really France, is it? It's a different world. The Parisians. Got a lipstick in the corner of my mouth. So you can't really say I've been to France. I've only been to Paris. People who go to France say, you know, you've got to see the rest of the countryside or something. Like if you go to Paris, it's not really going to France. It's like going to London, isn't it, you know? Oh, the world's changed so much. I mean, when I was young, you know, there was no such thing as going abroad for your holidays. It was not heard of, you know, not heard of. Some people who were very, very rich used to, you know, go to Paris and places like that. But air travel as we know it now just wasn't kind of around, you know. When he went to America and Canada, he used to go by liner. He didn't go by plane. It used to take about 3 weeks. You know, the world has changed tremendously since I was a child, you know. People are doing things and going to places. And, you know, that I would have never dreamt. You know, when I said to my mum and dad, should we go abroad for holidays? They looked at me as if I'd come down from space, you know. It just wasn't done. The first time I thought I went abroad, I only went to Jersey. We went on this little plane. I was so disappointed. It was just like a coach with wings. It was so small. That was the first time I ever went on a plane. Apart from that, we used to take the ferry. We used to go to the Isle of Wight, or we went to the Isle of Man. But you took the ferry there, yeah. You didn't go flying anywhere. Yeah, it was a real small plane. It had to be because there wasn't much of a landing space. It's a small island, Jersey. If I went now, I think I'd go across on the hover rather than on the plane. It was a strange place though when I went. It was before I was married. And there was tiny, tiny little roads, all one track. And at the time, if you got involved in an accident or something like that, you had to wait for whoever had the jurisdiction over that little bit of land that you were in. It wasn't like, you know, a police state. I mean, it may have changed now. It was all divided up into like lords or whatever, all this land. So if you had anything happen, you had to go and get the person who owned the land before you could do anything. It was really feudal back then, but it's probably changed now. Everything changes, doesn't it? It's not going to be the same as it was. When I went there, I was only 17 when I went. So I wouldn't even know where I was going. I remember going to see the, you know, the German sort of underground hospital. I remember going to see that, being in awe of how they'd got it all under the ground. Like, you know, it was a really great feat, really, of engineering and everything. I mean, even though that, I won't say we were taught to hate the Germans, but you know what I mean. It was, you had to still be in awe of them because it was such a tremendous thing to do. I remember driving around and there wasn't a car that wasn't battered because the roads were so narrow that they used to get clobbered on each side as they were going around the island. You know, a trip round the island used to take you less than a day to go all the way around on a coach. It wasn't a very big island, Jersey. Oh, my chat thing's frozen up again. The last thing I've got was going to get a drink. I'm back in a bit. I'm sure somebody's spoken since then. Oh, wish I could do something. I don't want to refresh it because it takes me off my camera. Ah, it's moving again. It just keeps sticking. So what's right? What's right, Jeannie? That nobody's spoken since then. Yeah, I went down the German tunnels. Yes, I did. I was only young, so I was very impressed, really. Oh, no one said anything. You all went quiet on me. You're panicking me there. I thought everything had frozen again. Yeah, it was quite a feat of engineering. You could really get the atmosphere when you went down there. It was really sort of spooky. You could just imagine it was like as it was when it was, in the war. When the Jersey was occupied. Yeah, it was sort of, like you said, full of atmosphere, wasn't it? I know it sounds weird, but you could imagine the people down there. You got the creepy feeling that they were in the walls, didn't you? Yeah, I will put an edging on the blanket, yeah. Because I'm never very, it's always a bit sort of wobbly down the sides anyway, so I need to. Oh, you're back now. Oh, yeah. I didn't have that kind of money when I was, as I say, I was only 17 when I went, so I was just barely out of school. So no pennies for anything like that. And I didn't go with mum and dad, so, there was no mum and dad to say, can I have, please? Can I have some of that, please? I'm not sure what kind of edging I'll do. I usually wait until the end and then yeah, well, I never had any money before I was married. I never had any money at all. Never. I had things because my parents got me things, but I never actually had any cash in my hand. My mum and dad didn't believe in spoiling me. I worked for them, so I wasn't spoiled. I mean, I was spoiled in the fact that I got a car. Um, but it took me all my time to run it because I had to pay the petrol like out of my wages, which wasn't an awful lot. When I used to go out, we had to go out either Saturday night or Sunday night. We couldn't afford to go out 2 nights. And, kids today would think that was really weird, that you can't afford to go out 2 nights at the weekend. You couldn't afford to go out Friday, Saturday, Sunday like they do now. You had to choose which night you were going to go out, You decide to go out Saturday. Or if you didn't go out Saturday, you go Sunday to the pictures, We didn't have that kind of cash to throw about, really. But I never thought I was deprived. I was quite well off compared to a lot of my friends because I had a car. My parents got me that, for my own safety because I don't dwell on the fact that I was attacked when I was 17. So my parents were very protective over me after that. Yeah. No, my dad wouldn't let me walk home from anywhere. That's how come I got a car at 17. He was very protective after I'd been attacked. I must admit I was very glad for the car. Oh, you're going, Ruth, are you? Good night. Oh, thanks, Gracie. It's a bit of a long one, actually. It goes all the way down. It reminds me of sweets, actually, some kind of sweets. I don't know what kind of sweets I mean, but they remind me of sweets. It takes me all the time to not put them in my mouth. Somebody can tell me what kind of sweets they look like. I'm a great one for my necklaces, Gracie. I love them. I've nearly always got one on. Yeah, they do, don't they? They look like some kind of cough sweet or whatever. You can see, I mean, they're only plastic, but you can see right through them. They're like, I think they used to be like cough sweets that used to be like that, didn't they? None of my jewellery is worth a bean, you know. No, my mum gave me, no, what it is, my light is not flickering. What it is I've got a camera that adjusts itself to any kind of light. And it flickers. It looks as though it's flickering. It's just adjusting itself to the lights. It's doing it now, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Karen. Yeah, it's lovely to hear from you again. Beginning to wonder where you were. Thought you were so in love. You haven't got time for your buddies anymore. Yeah, it's the camera that flickers. It's not the actual light in my room. I don't know why it does it. It's just something to do with it self-adjusting itself. It's a new camera, so it's who knows. Gosh, I've gone all hot again. Whew. I'm having one of my moments, ladies. It's probably all this coffee. I'll change to some water in a minute. I'm still squeaking. Ooh. Yeah, look, it's growing. It's growing much more than it would have done if I'd have been doing that. What do you call it? Call the midwife. I will do that, call the midwife. I just think it would be better in thicker wool. Oh, hi, Christy. How are you? Yeah, I can, when I'm when I'm sitting, nattering away there, I can get on with something that I don't need to think about. I'm in that kind of a frame of mind recently that I has to do something I don't have to think about. You know, like the patterns are really just passing by me at the minute. I've got brain fade. I refuse to get the oven mitts. Oh gosh, we went to Turkey one year, and my friend got taken ill while we were there, and we got the hotel guy to drive us to the hospital because there wasn't like a doctor's or something. He had to go to the hospital, and he couldn't. When we got in, we couldn't sit on the seats. They were so hot, and he couldn't hold the steering wheel. He was holding it with two dusters, you know, like that, because it was so hot. I tell you what, it was really primitive, that hospital. I expected Florence Nightingale to come rocking round the corner. It was only a little, you know, like localised kind of hospital, but they had all these like stretcher beds, and there was no curtains or anything. So, you know, my mate was there, and she'd had this, like a golf ball thing came up underneath her arm. And this doctor was prodding and poking, and he wanted her to take her bra off, you know. And like she's going, no, because all these fellas across the ward, like, we're all going, you know, watching her. It turned out that she'd shaved underneath her arms, and she'd used the tap water, and she must have nicked her skin, and something went into, you know, her skin from the water. Because we were very, very keen about like not using the water, you know, to brush our teeth or anything, but she never thought about shaving underneath her arms. Yeah. You don't think that's going to cause you problems, do you? But talk about, oh. I'll tell you what, we came out of there and they gave us a prescription, so we went to the chemist. And she had 2 big pills they gave her, 2 massive big pills. They were like for a horse, you know, they were absolutely huge. And they were antibiotics, but they were massive. And she had to swallow them. She couldn't get them down, but she had to swallow these tablets. But I tell you what, she only took the 2 tablets and this thing underneath her arm just went down right away. But she felt really woozy. She felt a bit peculiar. She took them. They must have been strong. Not like the wishy-washy ones we get over here. Well, you have to take about 2 packets of antibiotics before they do anything. Everybody's gone quiet again unless everything's frozen. I've got hair. Do you ever get that feeling, you know, when you're crocheting a hair in and you can't find it? Oh dear. I need to save up to go on holiday. I need to go away. Not necessarily another country, but just... Yeah, it was really strong, honestly. It must have been. 2 tablets, they were huge. They were like, you know, you give a horse. Massive they were. But 2 tablets and she was sorted out. What have I been doing this week? Mostly sleeping, Gracie. I've been really a dozy this week. And I've been in the state of a coma most of the week. Not been doing anything. I was just really... You know when you're under the weather but you don't have anything wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could do with some of them as well. I don't know what they were, but they're blooming strong. Hello, Anna. Oh, Texas. Gracie's always said I should go to Texas. I said I'd have to go in the winter. It's too hot for me over there now. No, I could never afford to go there. I'd have to get a passport first of all. And the passports, I don't know how much. Oh, that's a good idea. So when I leave a hair in my crocheting like I normally do, it's there for good luck, is it? I read somewhere that, somewhere along the line in the long, long distant past, that they used to sew something up with hair. Oh my goodness. What was wrong with him? Was he just a newborn? Was he preemie or something wrong? I think it was something like darning nylon stockings that they used to use their hair, you know, to darn them with, to make the darn invisible. Gosh, I used to do that when I was young. I used to darn my nylons. That's when nylons used to be a lot more expensive, comparatively speaking, than they are today. I mean, now you can get them at any supermarket, but you used to have to buy them at specialist ladies' shops to get nylons and tights and things. And they were so expensive. So if you got a little hole in one, I used to be carefully darning it. We used to sell darning silks in the shop with all different colours there for darning stockings. I used to spend ages doing a little darn. My auntie was a tailoress and she taught me how to do, you know, like a little sewing across makes like a little leaf, or not a leaf, like a little triangle, but you do it in a special way. And I used to do that on my tights. Oh dear. So is he all right now, Anna? Oh yeah, I used to darn my stockings because they were so expensive. You know. We used to put a blob of nail polish on as well, colourless nail polish, to stop the ladder running until he could get home and darn it. Things we used to do. People get a ladder now, they just throw the stocking away, don't they? But yeah, I used to darn. I used to darn all my dad's socks. Mum taught me how to darn. I still use it a lot now. You know, it's amazing what you can use a darning for. You know, if something's torn a little bit and it's under the arm or somewhere, you know, instead of gathering it all up in a clump, you just darn it and it lasts much longer. Yeah, I hope he's out of the woods now, Anna. I hope he's home and doing what he's supposed to. Yeah. Does he sleep on one of those mats or, you know, those pressure mats when they stop breathing, it sounds an alarm? My friend had one of those because she lost her first baby with cot death, so they gave her one for the second baby. But every time the baby stopped breathing, her little alarm sounded because she was so, she wouldn't even take her eyes off it, the baby. Not even when it was sleeping or anything. She was a nervous wreck. Oh gosh, you worry about when they're in the 50s near enough. Oh, hi, Deborah. Yeah, my son will be 50 in January. I still worry about him. You know, sometimes I send him messages saying, hi, how are you? And he goes, I'm all right, why? And I go, well, it's nice to check in now and again, you know. So he's still my baby. Don't give over, mother. Why do people do what? Well, I don't know what you mean, Tyler. Can't go out with a statement like that and not finish it off. Oh, I don't do 5,000 now, 50,000 hours. Don't be daft. Ugh, he'll be going away in a minute. They always do. And he's gone. I thought I got a nick in my nail. I thought I was losing another nail. Why don't you all just fade away? should have a bored teenagers channel, and then they can all go on there. How many rows have I done now? I'll tell you in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Well, 10 and 3/4, but call it 11. I'm nearly at the end of the row. Well, I'm going to have to get a drink of water. That coffee's made me thirsty. It sounds stupid, but coffee does that to me. What am I making? I'm making a little blanket or pram rug or whatever you want to call it for my great-grandson to be when he gets born. As soon as he's getting born, I think in August, I better get a move on. But he's only supposed to be tiny at the moment. But they said that about my other great-granddaughter, and she was a 7-pounder, which I don't think is tiny at all. So I'm not worried about baby being too small at all, because I've heard that before so many times. Baby's too small, baby's too small. Baby's not too small at all. Well, they wanted to have an elephant. Oh, you're going to bed now, Jeannie, are you? Good night. I just caught my nail on something. If I don't file it, it will rip. Oh, gosh, yeah. I know Kelly's looking after 4 of them for the school holidays. She must be mental. She said the other day she was exhausted. I said, I don't wonder. Just going to get a drink of water. Bye, Jeannie. Take this weird coffee with me. Oh. Oh. My kitchen has got lots of fruit flies in it. I hate the darn things. They get on my nerves. Oh, you're going, are you, Nathan? Oh. Night, Nathan. Yeah, Lydia, it's 12:25, yeah. I'll probably stay till about 1 o'clock. I'm getting me water. Yeah, it's been nice. You've been on here, Nathan. Oh, the chat's gone off again. Trying on sneakers. You not get the right fit. I try my right size on sometimes and they bang my toes at the end. Yeah, if you get the bigger size, you're sort of shuffling about inside them, aren't you? And they're not comfy because your foot's going like that in the shoe. So you don't know whether to take the smaller size and hope that the toe softens up. shoe stretcher is my favourite thing, because I'm not going to get a bigger size and scoot about inside them. In the UK, they don't do the half sizes anymore unless you're paying a fortune for a pair of shoes. And I need an extra half size up, if you know what I mean, but I don't need a full size up, because then I would be losing them. Ooh. I would be walking out of them as I walked, but yet my toes bang on the top of shoes. I always have to have a dent in my shoe at the top when my foot pokes up. And then if I buy a nice comfy pair of shoes that are expensive, eventually I put my toe through the end of them. We used to always have half sizes here. I just got lazy, I think, over it. You know, some 5s are small on me, and other 5s are big enough. Depends on the brand of shoe. And yet a 6 is way too big for me. I'm jumping about inside the 6s. Yeah, most of our shoes are just whole sizes here. If you pay a lot for your shoes, you can get... Yeah, I would need a 5.5, I think, in some shoes. And yet in other shoes, a 5's plenty big enough for me. Depends on the cut of the shoes. It's my big toes that are getting in the way. They're not that huge. They must stick up or something, but... You know, my toenails get sore because they bang on the front of the shoe. Well, big feet better. A good grip on the ground. I used to be a size 3, would you believe, when I was young. 3! Couldn't get shoes anywhere, except like children's shoes. Try getting a size 3 in a high heel. And then as I've got older, my feet are spread wider, wider, wider. And now they're a 5, or probably could do with a 5.5 in some shoes. So my feet have gone up 2.5 sizes. Yeah, sizes are different though, aren't they, in the US? I'm a 37 or a 38 if you start doing the continental bits. Oh, Jay's Knit and Pearl Jam has just uploaded a video. Follow your Facebook friend on what's Quora? Whatever. I don't know what it is. Yeah, my sister-in-law has very, very narrow feet. And there's only one brand of shoes that fits her. And it's always like in the really expensive shoes, proper leather shoes. And those are the ones she has to buy. She buys the same style all the time because that's the only style that fits her properly, because she's so narrow. She's got very, very narrow heels, you know, so ordinary shoes just bag about on her. Oh, started the yawn already, girls and boys. If there's any boys left on here, I think Nathan's gone now. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I haven't taken any opiates today, so I'm not too bad. Oh, you're a boy, are you? Right, okay. Sorry, I was talking about thinking you were a girl. Now you're starting me off now. I've started yawning now. I'll be nodding in a bit now. Oh, those little ballet, I can't keep them on. They haven't got enough toe for me. You know, they just flap off. You're walking down the street going flap, 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 flap as they bang behind you. You might as well have flip-flops on. Yeah, if you get them any smaller, they knock on you, make your toes go funny. I've got little fat feet now. Probably because I don't wear shoes. I think this is what the trouble is. I don't wear shoes in the house, so my feet have gone like broader and flatter because I just wander about in bare feet. So when I do come to put shoes on, it's like an ordeal. Whereas when I was at work, I used to put shoes on and wear them all day long. And I never had this problem. But your belly goes all day long. I've got my corset on today. It's just because of my back. It's not the most comfiest thing in the world. It's got steel struts up either side to keep my back straight. It's very uncomfy. Doesn't really help with the back pain. I have lost my chat notes again. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that's the trouble. Once you start wearing things with elasticated waists, I think that's the downfall. I started wearing elasticated waists a whole long time. Yeah, my girdle's not just a girdle. It's a back support girdle with, you know, the rods in it. But it's comfortable for a while, and then you start feeling the rods. They start digging in your back. But yeah, it supports my back and it makes me sit up straighter. Stops me from slouching, which I have a bad habit of doing. I don't sit back in the chair like I should do. In a man girdle. I'm trying to get rid of mine by trying to eat less, but it's not very successful. Now, the one advantage of having a fat belly is when I have to do my injections, I've got plenty of fat to inject into. I don't have to, you know, like pinch an inch. I can pinch a mile before I stab it in. When I start doing them, you think, oh, I'll never be able to stab myself with a needle, but you get used to it. I need to go to the chemist though and ask them what I do with the needles when they're done. I think I was supposed to have one of those needle boxes, but they're just all lined up on the window bottom at the moment because I don't know where to put them. You can't put them in the ordinary bin in case somebody gets stabbed. So I don't know what you do with them. Oh, you're going to bed, are you now, Jenny? Okay, it's been nice having your company. Yeah, I won't be long, I think. I'll be lucky if I make it to one. I'm feeling a little bit at the moment. I've done well. I've done 3.5 hours near enough. I was so tired when I came on here before. I thought I'm not going to do about an hour. I'll be falling to sleep. I've done better than I thought. It's probably all the coffee and the And the water and stuff swishing around. I'm still squeaking. My hook's still squeaking. You want to know what I'm crocheting? I'm crocheting with a blue cola yarn I have in the garage. It's a big cola yarn. So that's what I'm using. Oh, no, mine's not an EpiPen, mine's because of me with diabetes. It's a really weird one though. It's not like a needle. I've had to do needles before, but this is this is a weird thing. It's like inside a plastic thing, then you just take the top off, then you push the plunger, and it sort of pricks your skin, and then you push it again, and it releases all the stuff into your stomach or wherever you happen to stab it. And then when you're finished, it retreats back into the plastic, so the needle's never on view. But I still don't want to dispose it without, putting it somewhere properly. Oh, you got to hit Joanne's. What you got to buy? Yeah, I have the ordinary diabetes, not the insulin dependent one. It's normally controlled by tablets, but it's doing a bit of wobble at the moment. They can't level me up, so that's why I'm having injections at the minute. But it's not insulin. It's an injection that makes your own body produce more insulin. So I don't know what it is. But they can't, no matter what I try, I can't. I mean, I try not to eat anything sweet or stuff. I do. I mean, you can't go through life, can you, not eating anything sweet? But I'm not as good as I think I am at controlling it, so I have to get injections, which I don't like doing. It's very hard to get hold of your skin and stab yourself. You get used to it. You know, when they say at the hospital, just a sharp scratch. Well, it is, but you're inflicting it upon yourself. So it is a sharp scratch. Check my blood. They won't give me anything to test it with. They say I shouldn't be testing it all the time because it confuses me. Because my blood sugar goes up and down in the space of a day, so they don't want me to have to test it. I have to go into the nurse and get it tested. Because apparently that's more accurate. Is it the HB1C test or something? I've got to make an appointment to go again because I've been on these injections now for 3 weeks. So they only gave me 4 weeks worth, but I've got to get some more. So oh, good luck with amigurumis. I can't do them because I can't do faces. I'd be alright with things if they didn't have to have faces on. Oh, now I've dropped my pill box. Oh, I can't eat sweets. I do eat sweets, don't get me wrong, but I'm not supposed to eat them. Not supposed to eat chocolate either, but I do. A lot of things I'm not supposed to eat. It's hard to go through life, though, without anything. You've got to have some joys, haven't you? If you ate only what they told you to eat, you'd be very bored. No, you're right, Marie. It's not funny trying to eat what you're supposed to eat. It's horrible. Can't have this, can't have that, can't have the other. And I'm a rebel. I'm just like, yeah, I can. So my blood sugar's not level. What an Amish doll with them. Do you know, I really don't have patience with things with little nitty bits and pieces. You know, little arms that are about an inch long or something like that. I just haven't got the patience with them. I'd rather knit a sweater. I knitted a doll for me, my great niece. Was it last year, the year before? And I absolutely hated it. I don't even know whether my blood sugar's okay or it's not. I said to him, how do you know if your sugar's too high or too low? And the GP was very helpful. He said, well, the symptoms are sort of alike, so you don't really know. And I'm thinking, oh, that's nice. Oh, that doll was the bane of my life. I keep trying to give the pattern to everybody I know, but nobody wants it. I wonder why nobody wants it. I think Karen made it. She said never again. At bonfire time, we have a thing called treacle toffee. And they are so sticky, they stick to your teeth. They stick everywhere. They're no fun. You can lose all your teeth eating them. Right, I'm about to take my, how many have I got today? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 tablets. I hate taking 12 tablets. Everybody who's made that doll said never again. Yeah, I take mine once a day. I'm supposed to take them in the morning. But I've started to take them at night for some strange reason. So I have to take them at night now because I've been taking them at night for so long. That wouldn't be 24 hours if I took them in the morning, would it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, anyway. I'm trying not to take painkillers, otherwise I would have even 2 more pills to take. So I'm trying not to. My daughter-in-law says I should take them all the time because they have a build-up effect. They don't work if you just take them when you've got the pain, apparently. The ones I've got, you have to keep taking them, build them up to make a whatever. Probably Marie, but I just take them when I feel like it. You know me, I'm a stubborn sod. I'm supposed to take them with my breakfast, I think, or after my breakfast, but hey ho, just swallow them down. Yeah, I'm on the last 2 now. I usually take more than that. There's usually 15, but there's only 12 today. I'm not taking my vitamins today, so that's why there's only 12. Last one. Ugh. I hate these gel capsules because when my mouth's dry, they stick to the roof of your mouth and you can't get rid of them. Ugh. I usually go to bed when I've taken these and then I look like a panda. Panda eyes. Oh God, yeah. It's horrible when it sticks to the roof of your mouth, isn't it? Look. That's why I don't like my painkillers, because they stick to the roof of my mouth. Ugh. I might take them before I go to bed, just depends how I feel. I'm usually out of pain when I lie down, actually, so it's not too bad. It's just sometimes when I can't get off to sleep. I've had pain in my neck and my shoulder this week. Drives me crackers. Still, these things are sent to try us. Yep, I'm going tired now, so... Oh, look at that. They're real panda eyes now. Oh, hiya, Chris. You're coming home when everybody's saying goodbye? I think I need some Botox. Oh, hi, Anna. I think I should have some Botox just down there. Yeah, Chris, I'm thinking of going off, and so you're a bit late tonight. Have you been out somewhere nice? This little panda eyes is going to sleep. Oh, you can't sleep. I've been like that all week. Go to bed, can't sleep. Then when I get to sleep, I can't wake up. It's been like, yeah, it's time for bed. You can see my eyes are going out. They're black, going black underneath. I always look tired. You're too hot, so you're obviously not in North, are you then? If you're in Manchester, you won't be too hot, I tell you. Manchester is never too hot. Yeah, that's my shawl. Well, it's not my shawl anymore. I decided to sell it. That one. Oh, you're down in Cornwall. Aren't you lucky? I'm up in Manchester and it's not that warm. Yeah, that's an order. The purple thing here is an order. The purple jacket, cardigan. No, it's not a cardigan. It's a sweater. That's an order. That's going on Etsy to be sold. The one underneath is a shawl. That's going on Etsy to be sold. I've got a grey short sleeve cardigan and I've got a white one when I sew it up, and then I've got a cardigan with beads buttons sewing on it. So I've got like 5 things to put on tomorrow, really. If I get around to it, I'll be just very lazy. Yeah. Right, so good night, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're all crafting. I hope you get to sleep, Chris. Nothing worse is than lying there watching the clock go around. I don't think I'll be doing that tonight. I don't think I'll need any rocking. I think I'll just go when I go to bed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to try and have a rest of tomorrow a nice day. I've got some cleaning to do, which is not very good, is it? But yeah. Good night, Stacey. Good night, everybody. I can't go through everybody's names, can I now? But anyway, good night, everybody, and thank you all for keeping me company. It's always nice on a Saturday night when I've got such nice friends that come and talk to me. Otherwise, I'd be here talking to myself for a couple of hours. Yeah, I'll try and sleep in late tomorrow, Lydia, yeah. So as I say, thank you all for joining me, and I shall see you all next week. I'm hoping to do a video in between this time. I haven't done one all week, but I need to do one because I've got lots of things to show you. So I'll do a video in the middle of the week sometime, and I'm hoping that Sue will come and join me. She didn't come this week. She's obviously busy. So I'll let you know how I'm getting on with my baby blanket and my knitted one that's in little squares. I've got 48 squares to do. So it may be a while before I do that. So anyway, bye everybody. Yeah, I will show the purple top before I put it on Etsy. It's an order, but I will show it, yeah. Okie dokie. Bye everybody. Good night.